Nostalgia. That feeling when you unlock a core nostalgic memory and you're thinking about it at night at some late hour and it makes your heart hurt in the worst slash best possible way. Let's take a trip down memory alley and let's look at the nostalgia tier list. So I have a few tier lists here with various things. Like this one, there's a bunch of like items and movies and stuff like that. So we're gonna do this list first. And we'll start out with Pillow Pets. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of remember Pillow Pets, but not the best. I grew up with having 2 older sisters and 1 older brother, and I vaguely feel like I remember my sister having those. I don't remember, like, bad memory of it. Something I didn't usually play with. Lego. Great memories with that. I didn't usually play with Lego myself, but my buddy, my childhood best friend, he had a bunch of Legos. We used to do all sorts of things with Legos, so I have some very great memories with those. Pixar, WALL-E, Cars, Monster Inc. That's going straight to childhood. Come on. You know how many times I watched the Cars movie with my family, by myself, with friends? The amount of Cars toys I had. Oh my god. Instant childhood memory. These things, I have bad memories with these things. My older sisters had these. Terrifying. Like the devil spawn. I hate those things. Furbies are weird. They're so creepy. Lunchables, childhood. If you didn't grow up on Lunchables, we can't talk. We can't talk. Let me know what your guys' favorite Lunchable was. For me, I feel like the hot dog one is a pretty underrated one. I also like the hamburger one. Pokemon, easy, childhood. I love my Pokemon to this day still. The memories. Back when I was in public school, there was a shade shelter where it went down. That shade shelter, that's where Pokemon battles happen. Trading. That's where Bakugan, Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblades, everything went down in that shade shelter. And I have so many memories of Pokemon. The true way of playing Pokemon is whoever had the highest HP card, they won. They won. I feel like I have a very vague memory of Webkins. Nothing too strong. I don't think that was my cup of tea back when I was younger, so I'm gonna have to go with bad memories. I feel like I have a distant memory in my brain, but Skechers I didn't really grow up on. I never had a pair of Skechers. I always had some like fake Jordans or something like that when I was a kid, so I don't remember. I like all the Skechers ads and everything like that. Yeah, I remember them and whatnot, but didn't really have like a bunch of pairs or anything like that. So, okay, this has to go in instantly. Instant childhood. Smosh. I made a YouTube short recently about this, saying how I miss old YouTube. Smosh, old Markiplier, PewDiePie, Fred, as annoying as he was. Same with Annoying Orange. God, back when times were more simple. Blockbuster's another childhood. I remember going into Blockbusters and just thinking it was the best place on earth when I was younger. It was such a vibe in Blockbuster. And I miss the smell of Blockbuster. Since we were talking about Pokemon not too long ago, Yu-Gi-Oh! That's another core childhood memory of mine. They go hand in hand. I remember Yu-Gi-Oh! Wasn't as popular at my school, but it still made its rounds in popularity and everyone having them and everything. I remember having so many Blue Eyes White Dragons when I was a kid. Man, these little things that I wouldn't say it was my childhood, but I did have, I wouldn't even say great memories. I had good memories. I used to wear the bands, the silly bracelets, silly bands, is that what they're called, or something like that? It was a trend when we were growing up. I'm 24, by the way, so that gives you a good picture of what time I grew up in, but that a lot of people did have those. I wouldn't say it's like a childhood like core memory where it was like so much, but Chuck E. Cheese, just because I see it, I didn't grow up with Chuck E. Cheese. I think I went to a Chuck E. Cheese maybe one time in my life, and I was so young I don't even remember it, so I was not a Chuck E. Cheese kid. Same with Chia Pets. I never had a Chia Pet. I didn't grow up on that. My family, my brothers, sisters, they might have, but for me personally, no. The Razor scooter. No greater pain than accidentally hitting your ankle with one of these. If you had one of those, you were ballin'. I remember back at my childhood home, we had a very steep hill, and my mom would always tell me, don't go down that hill or you're gonna get hurt. Pretty sure I went down it one day and I did end up getting hurt. So core memories on the Razor scooter. I fell so many times and ate shit so many times. I can't even fit on one of those things anymore. I never had a BlackBerry growing up. A lot of the people I was in school with had a BlackBerry, but for me, I had the slide phone. Personally, you know, the LG slide phone. So that was the one that I had. I don't have too many memories of a BlackBerry, but I mean, I remember when they were a thing before, you know, advanced technology. Cool math games would definitely be child. Computer, like lab class, cool math games, definitely. Every single time I had lab, me and my buddies would always go on cool math games. I mean, I didn't really have much else to do. So cool math games is core. Same with all these. I'm gonna just quickly put the PlayStation and the Nintendo into childhood. Grew up on PlayStation 1, 2. Didn't have a PSP, but again, my buddy had one. Played on it a little bit. PS3, grew up on that a lot too, but I have fond memories of PS1, PS2 with my family members playing like horror games and stuff like that. I was too young, but I watched, I didn't play. I remember sneaking outside of my room past my bedtime, and I would always try to like watch creepily from the hallway so I didn't get in trouble. And then, yeah, while my siblings were playing like scary games and stuff. Good times, good times. Same with Nintendo. I had a Game Boy, played a bunch of Wii as a kid. GameCube, loved Animal Crossing on GameCube. And there's this one zombie game I can't remember for the life of me, but my family and I played it so much on GameCube, like religiously. I can't even explain it to you. I think it was a zombie game. I remember something about like a zombie teddy bear or something like that. Maybe one of the characters like had that. If any of you in the comments know if this reaches the right audience, please tell me. I need to know that game. Might as well throw up Xbox in here too. I was not loyal to any brand. I was around the block with these. Xbox 360. Grew up on playing Halo. Again, my one childhood best friend, he loved Halo. Loved Xbox 360. So, and same with my brother. My brother was a really hardcore Xbox dude, and then he swapped to PlayStation after a bit. He liked the exclusives a little bit more. So I kind of piggybacked off my older siblings. Whatever they had, I got to use. So I hated Kids Bop. Bad memories. I remember them. I just always hated Kids Bop so much. I remember these scooters too. That's childhood. That's core. You'd always pinch your fingers. I was also scared to go on these because I was always a bigger guy, right? Like I'm not skinny, as you can tell. Even when I was a kid, I was a little bit chunky. I was always afraid going on these. Because I thought I'd break them or something. So sorry for the sad childhood memory, but that's how I remember them. But I do remember running over my finger a few times, and that shit hurt. Nerf guns I had some great memories with. I don't think I had any guns myself. Some of my childhood friends had a whole arsenal, and we'd have like wars, or we'd just like not use the darts and we'd like use our imaginations, like running around like shooting zombies and stuff. That was the good old days, man. God, cleaning up darts after a giant war though was the worst part, especially because some of my friends had the miniguns. Those things were insanity. It's like a cheat code almost. Twitter, I never used Twitter when I was younger. I didn't really grow up on Twitter. I still don't use X. So same with Build-A-Bear. Was never really into Build-A-Bear or anything like that. My family, maybe. Me, not so much. I'm gonna kind of fire a few out of these. Like Littlest Pet Shops. I have bad memories. Sisters used to like them. Me, not so much. Toys R Us, believe it or not. I really didn't go into Toys R Us that much as a kid. I go into Toys R Us more now as an adult than I did as a kid. So I'd say I'd have good memories with it. I didn't go in too often. More or less went into stores like Giant Tiger and stuff like that, because back in the day, they had a lot of toys. Roblox, I played like nothing at all. I didn't play Roblox growing up. Not that I can remember, at least. DreamWorks, that's an easy growing up on. Madagascar specifically, used to love that when I was younger. Same with Windows Live Messenger. Let's get a few out of the way, like Windows, Facebook, Microsoft Windows, Skype. I used all of those. I remember way back in the day, what really got me into gaming was I had my family had an old PC, and I played a bunch of Steam games on it when Steam was like becoming a bigger thing with like CS Source and stuff like that. Gary's Mod way back in the day. But CS Source, man, oh my god, Half-Life and everything like that. These go hand in hand with Steam. So Skype, I remember, you know, that was a thing before like Discord was Skyping everybody, calling your buddies and whatnot. I never used TeamSpeak all too much, which was like the big thing before Discord as well. And Facebook, I used a lot. Facebook gaming specifically. There was this one game, oh my god, I can't remember it, but it was this big game that me and my buddy used to play with like monsters you could capture and stuff. It reminded me of Pokemon, but it was on like Facebook. I forget what it was called. Same with Newgrounds. I grew up on Newgrounds. So many games on there. Probably games I shouldn't have played, but I did. So, yeah. Newgrounds. Seeing this photo genuinely makes me sad. I don't know. I'm curious to know who doesn't know about the Umbrella game, playing it when you were younger, because that was huge back in the day. Used to absolutely love when the Umbrella came out. Or did I say Umbrella? Parachute. Why did I say Umbrella? Parachute. Oh, why am I saying Umbrella? I don't know. Parachute is what I meant to say. If you don't know about this, let me know in the comments, because I'm genuinely curious. This little dog, I have like kind of good memories about it. Not really, kind of bad memories. I remember some of my friends having them, or people would bring them to school and stuff. I never owned one myself, but little bit of memories with those. Is that Mighty Beans? I have good memories with Mighty Beans. Not a very popular thing, at least in my area. My family and I used to like them. I'm actually surprised there's no Beyblades on here or anything, or like Bakugan, because I see Tech Decks. I had great memories with Tech Decks. I always sucked at them. I had a few friends who could do some pretty cool tricks on them, but other than that, like I played with them with my buddies and whatnot. I kind of sucked at it, so I wasn't like too crazy on them. I see some foods in here, like Dunkaroos. Let me put a few food items in here. The roll-ups, Gushers. Yeah, we'll put all that food in there. I remember eating those as a kid. Same with using these plates. All those funky plates like this. Yep. Is that the Easy Bake Oven or something like that? I have decent memories with those. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, but I remember having good memories with those. I got to play with a lot of different toys because my older brother and then me and then my two sisters. I remember growing up a lot on WWE toys. My buddies liked those a lot as well. I think this is Beyblades. Is this Beyblades? I think that's Beyblades, right? I see Blade. I think this is Beyblades. If it is, awesome. Beyblades back in the day were way better than they are now. Now they're like plastic and cheap. Back in the day, sparks would rip when they were smacking into one another because it was metal. It almost hurt to get hit by one of those. The metal Beyblades, if you have some of those things are top notch. You could probably shoot that at a tank, let it rip, and it'd probably stop a tank. Like, those things were insanity. Snuggie, I'm gonna say I had great memories of. Not because I owned one, but because I wanted to own one. Me and a few of my buddies actually back in the day, when we were in public school, we wanted to start a team, you know, like Team FaZe Clan, and like MLG type of stuff. We had a team called Team Snuggie. I don't know. It never really popped off or anything. Didn't really make a thing of it at all. But we tried, I think, a little bit. But I just have good memories from that. So, Club Penguin, used to play it a bunch. Not too much, but I have some good memories on there playing with friends. Club Penguin would be more good memories in all honesty. Same with RuneScape. I'd put that in great memories. My cousins used to love RuneScape, my older cousins, so I did get to grow up with old RuneScape quite a bit. Ronald's Play Place would be a great memory as well. Again, I'm a pretty big guy, width and height. So even when I was younger, I was pretty big. So the play place was kind of hard for me, even when I was young. But I do remember playing it in a bunch, and it was fun. Oh yeah, okay. Here we gotta put all this up in childhood. Phineas and Ferb, Hannah Montana, Disney in general, Sweet Life on Deck. Yep. I still to this day watch Hannah Montana. My girlfriend's obsessed with it, and it's nice down memory lane to just go down memory lane watching like Phineas and Ferb, Hannah Montana, you know, Cartoon Network, this over here, and stuff like Nickelodeon, SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, iCarly. I tried watching it. It's one of those, I don't know. It's also really weird with all the stuff that happened behind our iCarly, and you go back and rewatch it as an adult, and you're like, ew, brother. It brings back nostalgia, but the show is almost too annoying for me now. Too much like screaming and shit like that, so I can't quite do it. SpongeBob, all-time classic. I don't think I can really watch Hannah Montana anymore. Again, my girlfriend still loves it. She puts it on. I'll sit and watch it, but it's kind of like I've seen too much of it, you know. Like I used to watch these shows religiously, and a lot of episodes, especially with SpongeBob, like they are deeply embedded into my brain, and I like remember it all, every episode. Scholastic Book Fair, that's another one that just makes me so sad to look at. Do they still have Scholastic Book Fairs? I remember just like $10 in your pocket, you'd go and like get like cool erasers and pencils and knickknacks. I didn't really buy too many books. I bought a few here and there. If you guys know, is it Bones? You remember the Bones series? In like Amulet, I think it's called. But yeah, a lot of good memories at Scholastic Book Fair. I'm pretty sure, if my memory serves me right, people would make fun of you if you didn't get stuff at the Scholastic Book Fair. It's kind of ruthless, but it's just how kids were. It's like, oh, you didn't get anything at Scholastic Book Fair? Ah, loser. I never owned an iPhone, but my family members did. Yeah, pretty good memory with them. I remember I always wanted the iPhones when they first came out. I'm looking at the rest of these. Beanie Babies didn't really grow up on all too much. Bratz, my sisters, so kind of good memories. Is this thing the thing where they're like a bunch of, like, I don't want to say needles, but you like press in and it like shows your hand on the other side? Great memories if so. Is that a Tamagotchi? Yeah, that's gonna go in childhood right there. I remember playing the shit out of Tamagotchi. Pop Tropica, yeah, Neopets. I think that about does it for this one that I had. By the way, the fall menu on Starbucks is out right now. May or may not be getting that. One of the most nostalgic things is like early 2000s, like Halloween. Like back in school, Halloween day and the day before Halloween, same with like Christmas and stuff. You never had to do any work or anything like that. You just got to do like crafts and whatnot while the teacher rolled in the old TV, the tube TV on that cart. Man, I wish stuff like that was on this list, because that is just like, ooh, brings back some memories, and it kind of makes me sad. Makes me want to go cry. I have this little list that I have. I'm just gonna like quickly do it and then just throw it in for extra. Yeah, so there's that list. I don't know if you want to pause it. It's hard to remember some of these like off of like photos. I feel like some, like this one, I know, but I'd have to see a little more into it, but I don't even remember the name, so there's my list for that. This show slapped. My eldest sister used to love this show, and that show, banging. Love that show. Yeah, I found another tier list. Foursquare on this one. Hello? Why have I not seen any, like, Foursquare, like, games and stuff for a nostalgia tier list? What the hell? PSY, Gangnam Style, Fred, FNAF, Happy Wheels? Like, come on. Johnny Test? Pizza Pops? Come on, man. Where are the good tier lists at, huh? The first one was pretty good. Now this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I got bored of this list. Yeah, If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the thumbs up button and let me know what hits you in the nostalgic feels the hardest in the comments down below, whether it be on this tier list or not. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.